Hello everyone, this is Carl Masson and this is video 13, and this one is going to be technically my first video that is up to date. And I just recently posted 12 videos on my YouTube channel. You can check them out if you get access to that video. And I wasn't even gonna do that, but somebody told me to do that when I send those videos to them, because I'm afraid of not being accepted or by YouTube. And the person told me that yes, of course those videos are great and then you can get some views, and he told me to give it a try. Well, actually I did, but since those videos are very old and I started to do some videos at the end of December of last year and up to that point, and I just started to post some of them last week, and all of them are available on YouTube. If you get access to that video, you can check them out, and especially the one about the FIFA World Cup of this year that I made in June 16, and this one is very important. And so since today I'm gonna talk more about FIFA, and could be my last video talking about FIFA, and it's more like on the other side of things. And I've been checking a lot of videos online about FIFA and this and that, and yes, but what about FIFA in the term of Haiti perspective? Yeah, this one might be really shocking to you, to all of you who watch this video. So let's starting. I remember when the World Cup was near, about I would say 2-3 months, and there were news, from people in Haiti, like people who are like mystical people and spiritual people, and they said that Haiti was going to win that World Cup and it's gonna beat all of the teams and everything. Out of everybody that, out of every mystical people that have been talking about that, except only one says something otherwise. But this one is very interesting. So let's hear what he said. He explained things very clear. He said that since those people that are clairvoyant, he said that the spirit spoke to him and told him otherwise. The reason why Haiti is not going to win is because there's a difference between fate and meddling. When he said that, he brought back memories of the 1990 and 1994 World Cup, especially the 1994 World Cup, that the fate of that World Cup changed twice. But when I remember in my last video, I said twice. What if I told you it changed 3 times? Even like a year and a half before, when the World Cup started to happen. I remember in Haiti there were 2 lies that the Haitian faced. The first lie was about something happening during that time before the World Cup started in 1994. But all I can say, thanks to FIFA, when I check whatever they be reported back then in Haiti is totally different from what I found out online. I'm not going to be specific about it because it's not going to be suitable for YouTube. This video might be banned. There is a bigger crime that happened there. Maybe they try to make it look like it was an accident, but I don't think it's an accident, because the way I see this Western European has been dealing with things wrong. Yeah, it's not an accident, and I believe it has that. Hopefully, who knows, next year people will make a big deal out of it. And another lie, I remember I watched the last Olympic game in Haiti before I left Haiti. back then in the 90s. And I remember watching on TV, there was an African team called, based on what they've been reporting, because that's why recently, I don't know exactly why the media was hiding the truth on that. And an African team came out of nowhere, beat up all of the teams, even European team, and also beat up Brazil and Argentina. And Argentina happened to go to the final with that team. But Brazil was supposed to be in the final with Argentina. That probably the first time in history of World Cup where these two teams was going to meet in the final. Whether if it's a World Cup or Olympic Games, but they are all the same. They are like European games. Anyway, they are the one who invented them. And when I checked for that one too, and I was shocked because the team that won was in the 1994 World Cup. I'm not gonna say anything about that. Leave it as that. Like I said, there are things I cannot say here. Hopefully, in the future, somebody might write a book about it, like the one that I show in the video that I make about FIFA in June 16 that I posted last week. And there are a few books that I show, and I bet you this author sees what I see, know what I know, and let's hope that in the future he comes in the book, maybe sooner or later. Because when I read the last book that he wrote, no, he's not done. He's not done, and I can see that he's not done. So let me leave it as that. Two big lies. Lucky for me, I checked those things out before I come and speak to about it. And yes, let's go back to Haiti. The mystical man, the one that said otherwise, saying that the fate of the World Cup changed twice. Haiti is not gonna win. The team that was supposed to be in the final was supposed to be Brazil and France. Jesus Christ, that's a shocker. And they changed the fate of that as well because of some sort of sacrifices of the human soul. Well, I will let you guess. Is it the black soul? Who knows? Well, that's why he said. And then they changed everything. That's why he said that the team that is going to win the World Cup happened to have a small, tiny green color on its flag. As we get closer to the final, and then all of the teams that been knocked out, out of the World Cup, they all have, most of them have green in the flags, and so saying it comes down to Morocco and Portugal. But he says it's tiny. But Morocco has a star, but it looks tiny. It looks like invisible in the flag if you don't pay attention about it. But another shocker, even Haiti has green in its flag. I don't even really pay attention about the green, but the grass and the other things, you can check it out yourself. And then as I seen Portugal lost and Morocco lost, I said, could it be? It's not until a week before the final, and then something in my mind saying that to check Spain's flag. But the mystical man even said that before I check it out, that a week before the final, he said that the Europe is going to get the championship. Whatever is happening, Argentina is not going to win. That's a really shocking thing for somebody to say like this in front of everybody. Imagine that. And he put guarantee on top of that. And then, but Spain doesn't have green color. How could it be? But my curiosity, when I Google Spain's flag and I kind of take go to the pictures that where you can see like the flags of the country bigger, and it's like a kind of zoom. Holy shit! When you say that small green, it's the flower. The flower is green, and some of the column on both sides, they have like a green color, the straps green color. I said, holy smoke, jeez. Well, since everything's already been decided, and then I'm not even gonna be surprised about it, all I do, I just watch the final, it's like, the surprise is already, because the Mystical Man said that the game is already played and the winner is already announced. Spain won the World Cup. And I'm not shocking about it. Reason why he said. Well, actually, he said that he let some people make some money. But believe me, I heard it. I don't know how many Haitians, I don't know how many people bet on that. Well, actually, believe me, I was about to bet, but the reason why I'm not going to bet because of the way he said that the soul was sacrificed for that World Cup, and that kind of really turned everything, because like it's only me. Whoever, I'm not saying this to scare anybody who just bet money. You don't know anything about it. Okay, you're safe. But I know about it. Everybody who speak Creole know about it. I don't know how many of them bet, but to me personally, I will not bet, because who knows? That money to me is that it's a curse money, since I already know exactly what's really behind it. But those of you who do not know what's behind it, you're fine. You cannot be blamed for something that you don't know about. And I'm just doing this video just to share the other side of things. And yeah, I know some of you are gonna say Haiti, but imagine that. Okay, so Haiti is possible to win the World Cup. Haiti has all of the players that they needed to win the World Cup. What makes you think that all of the games that Haiti were playing, if they were just playing it safe to just lose and everything? You don't even know exactly what these people say to the Haitians. You don't even know exactly if they held Haiti in hostage and say that, if you win, if you this and that, if anything happen, Haitian is gonna pay the consequences. You don't even know it, because these people are a bunch of mafias. I've been dealing with them behind closed doors. They can be very scary people, especially when it comes to personal interest, especially when they know that you can go after them, effectively go after them. I've been there, I've seen it too. Yeah, they're very spooky and scary. And yes, but imagine that, like I said before, during the 90s, an African country come and beat up Brazil and Argentina and European countries, Western European countries, and won that championship in Olympic Games. Come on, of course it's possible. Nobody pay attention about that. And yes, it could be possible. Who knows exactly what they really say to these people? But it could be true, could not be true. Who knows? Because I remember when Haiti scores the last 2 goals in the last game that they played in the World Cup, you can see the trainer reaction. So, oh God damn it, he's not happy. Maybe Haiti kind of like, go against the rules to some degree, and then say, no, who knows the kind of deal they make with these people. I don't know. Who knows? And all I can say, let's see how the 2030 World Cup is going to turn out. And another thing that I find really strange, when was the last time that Spain played with green color? I don't know, because when I Googled it miraculously, I found out that Spain playing with green color since 2010 World Cup. I don't know if they do, I don't know, because I'm just trying to come back to soccer 10 years ago, because I've been missing so much when I left Haiti in the late 90s, and I come here. I've been missing the 1998 World Cup, and I've been going to school and I try to get by, and soccer was not on my mind, and I spent like 15, 20 years of my life going to school, taking care of things, and trying to get by. And now, since now I'm kind of finished with that, and who knows in the future it's gonna bring to me. And so that's why I began to pay attention to soccer 10 years ago. And the last World Cup, actually not about work, even though I'm still at work because I miss a lot of games, especially if the World Cup happened like far away, like from other continent. You know that the times that they have in other continent is totally different from the time in here. You know, and lucky we have a technology where if you miss the game, you can just watch the recap 10-15 minutes to see exactly what's happened, the best moment of the games. Yes. So even though I'm still miss games. Even in Haiti, when the World Cup happened, a lot of Haitians miss the games, especially when you have to be in school. Yes. And the weekends happen to be the only time that you can watch games that happen on the weekends. Yeah. So how the future in Haiti is going to be, because I don't think they're gonna keep Haiti hostage about Haiti doesn't play the games in his home country. Hey, if you want that to happen, get rid of the instability, the security, and everything like that, and bring this country back up to its feet. But the hypocrisy of these white men in the book that I read by Victor Hugo, and he went after them, but Haiti happened to be more legit than them because all of the players in Haiti they come from like, you know, they have Haitian in them. At least 8 or 9 of them are Haitians, family on both sides. Some of them are Haitian, this and other nations in that, even in the Caribbeans and even in the West Europe and all around the world, just like the Western Europeans. Most of the black players, they come from Africa. Even some of the Western European team have Haitians in them. Who knows how many of them? But you should pay attention about them. Some of them are Haitians, half Haitians. Unbelievable. And then these people gonna come talk to you about this and that. Well, because that's the system. Of course, they can just determine what needs to be done, and for them, follow rules for the rules for you, and not for them. And then they sit down and follow you, these hypocrites. And so let's see how things are going to be, because who knows. And another thing that there's a news that came out last week, and Spain came to Haiti. I just saw a video right now where a trainer from Spain come in and say that they want to have Haiti with training and everything. But however, the only country that really went back to soccer in Haiti is only Brazil. How long ago? 2004. Yes, 2004, when Brazil come to play. But when I heard that, but Brazil came to play in Haiti during the 90s. But I'm wondering why they just in 2004 they found out that Haitians really like them. They have popularity in Haiti more than any other countries. Well, who knows? And that's when the relationship. But I can see that Brazil does far more for Haiti than the United States that never do anything. All they care about is just propaganda, the biggest country in the world, and then going around and talking about communism, socialism. And I found out that in the book that I read, I mentioned about this book in the video that I made about the FIFA one. Communism, socialism, democracy, they are the same words. That's a shocker. I don't know what different, but they are the same. When people talk about socialism, they're also talking about democracy. Since the people are dumb, stupid, illiterate, excuse me for my language, they don't know the difference. Even though they go to school, they still don't know the difference. So, and let's see how this is gonna turn out in the future for Haiti. And so, another thing that I found out from a video, and what's the future of the island? Because I don't know if it's true or not. It looks like Spain is going to take away Dominican Republic's, I don't know, nationality and turn the island to one island. Who knows? But Dominican Republic doesn't build anything. The Haitians build everything for them under slave and exploited labor. Don't pay the Haitians to do the work. They either just use immigration against the Haitians or kill the Haitians and acting that they were innocent, but it's the same system. They are like the U.S. and the West, Like I said, the slave master, if you understand the behavior of the slave, is the same behavior of the slave master. Is the slave master that affect the slaves to behave the way it is. And when Hugo, in the book that I read, he explained it very well. So I don't know if it's true or not. Let's see how this is gonna turn out, because the US is there. What the US is gonna see and do about it, I don't know. That will need to be seen. I don't know if those informations are true. I don't know. But let's not even go talk about China's already in Haiti. Who knows? And let's not even go talk about the Haitian soccer players that was in the World Cup. Some of them, or most of them, or half of them, go to Haiti for visiting and everything. As a matter of fact, one of them has family living in the south that are affected by the Menbet earthquake 2 years ago, and he lives in the west. Even though he's half Haitian, but he speaks Creole just like I do, probably even better than I do. And he was always send money to a family to rebuild the houses that have been destroyed on that earthquake in the south. Can you imagine that? And then they're going to talk about this and that. Anyway, this is why I leave things for now. Thank you very much.